My name is Leo Simkins, and my mother, Lynda Simkins, is my connection to the farm. And my oldest memory I have is here at the farm. So, yeah, from my beginning of life to now.
What is your earliest memory? Like, do you have something when you think about the farm when you were a kid? Like, is there something that sticks out?
So my earliest memory, which I can pinpoint how old I was I was 3 years old, and my brother would ask me, how old are you? And I'd say, I'm free. And he goes, oh, you're free. And he'd pick me up and he ran me around the field. And it was before the workshop was here. So it was, yeah, so I can pinpoint 3 years old as my oldest memory there. For me, it was what I grew up with. So it felt like, just normal, how it was supposed to be, but it was, it was very nice. There was a lot of friends. It was a lot of work. I remember, summer heat and sweating, and got a good work ethic. But mom would have us join a program so that when we would still follow the schedule. So when we weren't in the program, we could go out and play and run around, have water fights or mud fights or whatever. Go swimming in the dirty pond. So I remember back when I was in the programs, we had there was I think 4 of them, like a marketing program, like a maintenance, doing like the working on the construction, like building the pig pens and whatnot, and then a gardening program. So maybe I know, yeah, there was maybe just 3 then. And then I remember my favorite was the marketing, because I could sit up in the market stand and not do all the hard physical work, but.
Is that the market stand up on Route 16?
Yep.
So do you remember when it was built?
I don't remember when the market stand was built, but I remember the workshop being built, and I was maybe 5 or 6 years old, and I remember one of the construction guys was friends of our family, and I had a cap gun that broke on me, and my mom told the story. I climbed up the ladder to like the 2nd story when it was just framed, and then to me it felt like nothing, but everybody was all scared, and then he scooped me up and brought me back down. So and I remember the greenhouse being built, and I think when I first came, there was an outhouse in the barn. So it was not much, but still a lot to me as a kid. I guess it was less people back then, and it was but it still had the same feeling. Like it was still educational mixed with work, and I feel like you guys have done a very good job expanding into more education and more programs, and it was just I guess similar, just a lot smaller, a smaller scale of similar stuff. I guess I felt like I was had a little privilege over, I don't know if she treated me like I had privilege over anybody else, but I used to be like, my mom's the director, so I don't think I got any special treatment, but in my mind I did.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I wonder if Bri feels the same now when Bri's like running around. It's like...
yeah, it's like, I guess it was more with the other kids, not as much not with the adults, but the other kids were like, well, my mom's the director, you just get dropped off and brought home. I stay here all day.
I like that scene as like a privilege rather than being like, I'm going to stay all day.
Yeah. No, I always looked forward to it. I was, our summers coming here, we were coming here on vacation, but summer break from school, it was spent at the farm here, so it was normal, but I enjoyed it, because I didn't know anything different. I guess the one that really stuck with me, which kind of, I guess, was the start of my arborist career. There was a big spruce tree out back by the pig pens, and it doesn't look that big anymore. But but when I was little, we would climb to the top of that tree, and I could see the top of the Hancock and Prudential buildings in Boston on a clear day, and that was very kind of amazed me. Getting to the top of this big spruce and looking all the way over over the canopy of all the other trees. And then, I think so I guess my favorite part was when I wasn't part of working on the program, I would go out, climb trees, and make forts in the woods and all sorts of good wholesome kid stuff outside. The work ethic that it gave me, or the appreciation of like where our food comes from and how hard it takes to get food from the garden to the dinner table. I can always remember, mom would always be like, some farmer grew that. You can't, if you took it on your plate, you're eating it because no waste in food. And that definitely stuck with me. It's kind of similar with my daughter now. It's like if you serve yourself, you got to eat that. And just knowing, I guess, like going back to school, other kids kind of didn't have that same appreciation for where their food came from, or I was like the only kid in the lunchroom with the wax paper bags, no junk food or plastic, all like good healthy vegetables. We had Lila came to the gnomes program, I think it was called. So I'll try to. I'm going to try to keep steering her over here. I think it's a great place for kids in general and even adults. I guess the educational side of it, and I mean, the farm itself, and the food and everything, but also I think that how big it's expanded to, all the programs I think are, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a jewel of Natick, or it's like a lot of towns don't have a spot like this, where you can send your kid to actually give him or her a work ethic, and show them where the food comes from, and get an appreciation for nature. I guess one funny memory, me and my brother were trying to fly like Mary Poppins with the umbrellas, and we would jump off the loft in the barn with an umbrella, and then it would just go up. It would just pop inside out, and it come didn't get hurt, but got hurt, but not like broken bones or anything. Hit the floor pretty hard, and it's like, oh, I guess that didn't work like it did in the movie. I think the beautiful barn. I wish I haven't checked it out as close as I should, but from what I've seen, it's just as good as the old one, just newer. It was probably a little different when I was a kid because we didn't really have cell phones or iPads, but I feel like nowadays it's like even my daughter's like glued to the if I let her use the iPad, it like has a fit when you take it away. So But so I think it really helps kind of get kids out of the house and away from the electronics, and kind of down to earth, and kind of like how kids should be, getting dirty, and getting playing in the mud, and getting, or not in the, playing in the soil. My mom always said, don't call it dirt, it's soil. So growing plants in the soil. The maple trees, I guess, the maple syruping was one of my favorite favorite things to do, which wasn't in the summertime, but I guess that was my oldest memory I don't have, was on my mom's back. I was born in December, and then she had me out syruping in March or whatever. So the sugar shack and the steam, that's I guess kind of one of my favorite favorite memories, or favorite things to still come see. Getting there, getting like a nice sauna. Helps clean the pores out, replace it with sugar.
Yeah. Does that mean your birthday's soon then? Are you having your birthday soon?
Yep. December 27th.
That would be interesting. I was
sorry. It's all right. Christmas baby.
Yeah, you must have been little during maple sugaring season.
Yeah. There's pictures of me on like the little backpack on mom's back, and then.
Do you have a picture that we could put that on the.
Yeah, I could probably.
Clip, maybe.
I could probably find a picture.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And I do. Well, I don't really. Well, I kind of remember, but not really. She had a little like crib in the corner, or not really, not like a homemade crib in the corner, just to wall me off from the fire.
Yeah, it's pretty punchy.
Yeah. I mean, I guess probably until in my 20s. I guess now I guess I'm just too busy. I would still come help, but it's just
Always welcome.
life slowly overtakes everything else. But I think this, now that my daughter's 5, I'll try to bring her to, collecting the buckets was like the hard work part of it, and then boiling it off was the, relaxing, more fun part of it, and counting the gallons of syrup that you're getting off, and making little marks on the wall.
Yeah. We still have all of the those marks, and we display them all from throughout the years.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I remember, being a mom, kind of making it special. They'd be like, all right, mark another 5 gallons.
What was it like when you sort of through your teens and then sort of into your 20s, boiling? Was that a fun experience? Did you get was it sort of a group of people boiling together? And
yeah, I mean, I did have my first kiss at the farm here. I don't know if I should say her name. Yeah, it was when I was almost too young to really know what a girlfriend was. We did let's do the long movie kiss.
In the sugar shack.
Yeah.
Very cool. You are not the first person to talk about romance in the sugar shack.
Yeah, and then nothing happened in the hayloft, but we did sleep in the hayloft once. We had one of the sleepover camp parties.
Yeah, I spoke to someone a few weeks ago who spent, I think, a whole week camping. I want to say out behind the hoop house here. They wanted to camp for the week.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys still do little overnight.
We started doing it again this year.
Yeah. I remember that was a good memory too. I remember those. It didn't happen every year, but I remember once in a while it'll go, oh, we're doing an overnight, party, or not, experience, I guess, not really party.
Yeah. We have this year we had a scout group do camping things. I think they're in the woods.
Yeah, that was one. Yeah, another good memory. And I think I did it again in my 20s. I think you guys had it might have been my mom's 30th anniversary of working here, and we could have gone home but decided to sleep in the hayloft.
Fair enough. Yeah. So they had a party. There was a party, wasn't there?
A little party out in front of the old barn. And yeah, I guess my just awareness of the benefits of organic over pesticides, and I have my own tree company, and we do pest management, but I stay away from I just don't like using any of the hard toxic chemicals, and I guess it makes me do more research and see what I'm using, and how it's going to affect stuff, instead of just trusting a salesman who's like, hey, this will take care of the woolly adelgid, and here, just spray it on everything. It's more of all right, can I use insecticidal soap? Can I use a more natural approach? And I think customers, appreciate that better too, and depending on the customer. But I think people like to see that you care about you're not just trying to kill the pest. You're also thinking about everybody around the pest. So I guess that's one thing I've definitely have taken away, and I guess just my love of tree climbing started in the spruce tree out back, and I think I climbed. I was a very, very big climber. I think I climbed almost all the trees out here, and one time I got stuck in a tree, and Mom came out and saw me, 80 feet up, and she's scared of heights, so she's like, "You got up there, you get down, bye." So I take that away now too. I'm like, well, if I get myself into a position, I need to get myself out of it. Yeah, if you're gonna get up there, just be aware how dangerous it is. But if you're gonna take that step, you better get down too.
How long were you up in the tree?
I think it was a couple hours. Yeah, it probably took about an hour to get the confidence to. It's it's one of those times where you can reach up to a branch and pull yourself up, but then when you come down, your foot doesn't touch the branch, and you're like, I can't touch it. So now I just climb with ropes. In my old age of 40, I'm scared with, without my safety equipment, I don't even do it anymore. But as a kid, I would just free climb up to the top or whatever. But I guess as you get older, you learn about being more cautious. I think just how much of a gem it is. That's what I was looking for before. I said jewel, but yeah, it's a gem in the suburbs where it's it's just something that not a lot of people it's kind of rare. Like not many towns have a spot like this. So I feel it's it makes Natick a special place, or even just the whole area around Natick, and whoever's in driving distance of coming here, and and I think it's good that like the local schools coming on field trips and just introducing kids to where food doesn't just come from the supermarket. It actually comes from the ground, or I guess it all comes from the ground at some point. Vegetables for the cows, even there. So it all starts in the soil. My hope would just be to continue doing what you guys are doing, and yeah, I feel like it's great. I couldn't give any extra. I think you guys have done everything right. I can't think of anything else that I'd add to it. I think just keep expanding the education, and I think it's great that it's gone from 3 little or really just one age group program. I think when I was here, it was just like I think like 12 years old to 15 or 16, and then maybe a little younger, maybe 10 to 15 or something. But I think it's great that it's keep growing, and just keep doing what you're doing.